When I hear from different nurses, they feel like they won't leave nursing even though they really want to because they invested way too much into it to leave now. They feel like it's giving them the financial stability that they need. And some nurses feel like they just don't know what to do next, so they stay stuck or they feel like they're stuck. What if I told you that none of those reasons are actually the reason why you're staying in nursing even though you want to leave? So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why. And if you don't know me yet, my name is Mel. I'm a former registered nurse who stayed in limbo, second guessing my decision, just going back and forth with myself about whether I wanted to leave nursing, whether I was going to stay in nursing, go back in nursing, like for way longer than I should have. And I decided to walk away from nursing, and I found the thing that I'm extremely passionate about and completely transformed my life after walking away from nursing. So now I feel called to help the nurses who feel stuck, who feel scared, who feel like they're meant for something else, they're meant for something more, but they don't know what to do. They don't know if it's okay. They need to build up the internal permission in order to go after what they want with their whole chest. Okay? So back to the video. The real reason why you're staying in nursing even though you want to secretly leave is because you don't trust yourself enough to really make that decision. And it's not your fault that you don't trust yourself enough yet, because as nurses, we're literally trained to learn to ignore our body's needs, learn to ignore our body's cues, learn to ignore when our body is trying to get our attention. Okay. So when you're constantly in burnout cycles, you're constantly overriding what your body's telling you. That makes you trust yourself less and less every time it happens. And it's not something that's like that you're intentionally doing. It's not like, oh, I don't trust you because you didn't go to the bathroom to pee when you had to. But your mind is keeping score of all of this, your subconscious mind. The thing that runs on autopilot that determines your patterns, your behaviors, and all of that is taking note of everything. It's keeping score. So every time you don't take that bathroom break or you don't take your lunch when you feel hungry or when your bladder feels full, or anytime you ignore your body's cues, the more and more you continue to do that, the more your body does not trust you. So of course, it makes sense that you don't trust yourself with this type of decision to walk away from nursing. Even though you know you want to leave, even though your body's been telling you that it's time for you to leave, you feel stuck. You feel like you don't want to make the wrong choice. You feel like you might regret it if you truly decide to walk away. You feel like you'll get it wrong or you failed. These it's all these stories that we tell ourselves and that we make up in our heads to justify staying. But at the end of the day, you know the truth. Your body knows the truth. I can sit here and talk to you all day, but at the end of the day, you really have to learn to listen to your body again, to listen to your body's signals, to listen to your body's cues. And that's how you start building up that self-trust again. So, an everyday example that this could look like, because little by little, every little step compounds. So, this can look like you really making sure you take your break, even if you're busy at work. I know it's so easy to just keep going, to just ignore the fact that you need a break, but that's only making the trust for yourself less and less. So start there. Start with using the bathroom when you really got to use the bathroom. Start with learning to listen to your intuition in little ways and follow the nudges in small ways throughout everyday life. Because the more you do this, the more you train your mind and your body that it's okay to trust yourself. And then when it comes to decisions like this, it's like, oh, I can do this. Like I actually trust myself, because you're building up that trust muscle within yourself. When you continue to learn how to honor yourself, learn how to honor your truest needs and desires, your body's cues, your emotional cues, and all of that good stuff. I know a lot of times when we're in this situation, I know for me, it felt like I was the only one going through it. It felt like nobody would understand. It felt like I was suffering in silence. But I want you to know that you don't have to suffer in silence. And that's why I will continue to speak about this. I will continue to put a voice to the feelings that come up when you want to transition from a quote unquote stable career like nursing into something else. I know right now your mind is confused, it's overwhelmed, there's just so much going on. And that's why I created a masterclass for you so that you can gain clarity and relief around learning to trust your decision. Learning to trust whether or not it's really time for you to finally walk away from nursing. The link is down below in the description. It's called the Should I Stay or Should I Go Masterclass. Because I know what it feels like to keep going back and forth with this decision, and that keeps you stuck for way longer than you need to be. But once you really have that clarity, that's when you can start taking aligned action towards the life you truly want to live. If you're a nurse who feels stuck because you done Googled all these different careers, but you still feel confused, you still feel like you don't have clarity about your next step and what you actually want to do or should do outside of nursing, definitely check out my Nurse to New Chapter AI Bestie, which was created specifically for that reason, so that you can get 2 to 3 personalized options outside of nursing that are related to who you truly are underneath the burnout, who you truly want to become. And it gives you your next aligned step. So that way you don't got to keep going back and forth with this decision. Oh, I want to leave, but what do I do? Because this is another thing that nurses stay stuck in, or they feel like they're stuck in. But I want you to know that you're not stuck. You're truly not stuck. And the mind loves to tell you all of these reasons why you can't move or why you should stay where you are. But that's only because the mind loves what's familiar, and it'll choose that over what's unknown each time. And when I say what's unknown, I mean that new path or that new chapter outside of nursing. But even though what's familiar right now is the burnout, the stress cycles, all of that, your mind will still keep choosing it because it's become used to it. So you don't have to stay stuck there. You don't have to stay there. You really don't have to stay there. And that's why I created this video, because I want you to feel with your whole heart that you don't got to stay there. You don't have to do it. You ain't got to do it. You ain't got to do it. You really don't have to do it. And I'm playing around with you right now, but I really want you to know that you have options outside of nursing, that there's life outside of nursing. So many nurses find it hard to imagine or hard to picture because they've done put all of this time, energy, and effort into creating this nurse identity for themselves. And they're afraid to lose that or to walk away from that. But I want you to know that choosing a new chapter outside of nursing, it doesn't mean that you have to erase your entire nursing journey, because that journey will always be a part of your story. It'll always be a part of who you are and what you had to go through to become who you are today, to become the new version of yourself. It's all a part of you. It's all integrated into your soul's lesson and the mission that you decide to do and the true fulfillment that you decide to step into outside of nursing. It got you to where you are today, right? It shaped you, it molded you, it did all the things. It gave you some good things, and it gave you some things that you don't want to take with you, some baggage that you don't want to take with you into your next chapter. But the key really is learning to discern, to know what you want to take with you moving forward, to know what you don't want to take with you moving forward, and to just honor all parts of your journey, because life is just a journey, and it's okay to choose a different direction. It's okay to choose a different path. It's okay to choose a different route, especially if it's to honor yourself, your body, your true desires, your needs, and what you truly want, your happiness, your peace. I will tell you all day that it's completely 100% okay to choose yourself, to choose your happiness, to choose your peace, to choose what you truly want to do above all else. And it's not selfish. It's actually why you came here. You came here to live life for you, not to live life for anybody else. You came here to live life in a way that fulfills you, not to constantly be in survival mode, fight or flight, these constant stress cycles. Like, our bodies weren't designed to stay in that long term because it's not sustainable. It's not healthy. And it's really just breaking you and your body down. It's really just leading you to an early death, if I'm being honest. But you don't have to choose that path, because I know you truly don't want it because you clicked on this video. But I'm going to keep talking about this because I want you to know that it's okay to give yourself permission to do something else. It's okay to give yourself permission to outgrow, to do another career. It's okay to outgrow your current career. It's okay to outgrow the nurse identity, but to still feel proud of that part of your chapter, that part of your journey. It's okay to start something new. It's okay to start picturing life outside of nursing, because that's the only way that you'll start to really see yourself in that vision, in that picture. And that's how you start to move forward and start to choose different choices that lead you to the ultimate path that you want to be on. If any of what I said resonated with you in this video, I want you to give this video a like, because this message needs to get out to the nurses who really would benefit from this message. Because so many nurses stay silent about this and they think that they're stuck. They suffer silently. They feel like there's no support. They feel like there's no one that understands this journey because it's not openly talked about. And I really want to change that. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm talking about this. I'm not convincing you. I'm not convincing anybody to leave nursing or to quit or anything like that. I'm getting you to understand that no matter what your age is, no matter how long you've been in nursing, it don't matter. You deserve to trust yourself. You deserve to give yourself permission to do things differently, to do things outside the box, to start over again,